All right, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining JMT Consulting today for our monthly webinar, Deliberate, Strategic, Sustainable Ways to Manage Your Organization's HR Needs in Today's Complex Environment with Workforce Go. My name is Melissa Waters, and I'm the Manager of Events and Programs at JMT Consulting, and we have Workforce Go joining us today to talk about ways to manage your organization's HR needs in today's complex environment. Before I pass it over to Joani with Workforce Go, I'm going to go over a couple housekeeping tips and then we'll get started. If you, by any means, need to leave the webinar today, if you have another meeting pop up, we are recording this, so we will share the recording with you as well as a copy of the slides. If you have any questions during the webinar, please feel free to submit them in the Q&A portion of your control panel, and we will answer those at the end. If you do have any issues with hearing us or seeing the slides, please feel free to chat us and let us know so we can make sure that there's no technical difficulties. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Joani from Workforce Go. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Melissa. I'm so excited to be here today. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar, where we'll be discussing deliberate, strategic, and sustainable ways to manage your organization's HR needs in today's complex environment. My name is Joani Welch. I am a regional sales manager here at Workforce Go. Thank you again for joining today. I'm happy to spend the next few minutes with you. My organization, Workforce Go, is a technology company located in Carrollton, Texas, which is North Dallas. We've been working with partners and clients for over 30 years to bring solutions pertaining to people, time, pay, and finance. We also build integrations. Currently, we have integrations with Sage Intacct, along with other finance solutions, and interfaces with various Sage ERP solutions and community brands MIP. As you know, HR teams everywhere have put in massive efforts to keep their employees protected and their organizations running this year. Now it's time to think about the sustainability of these responses. Why? Because we need more than temporary fixes created in the moment to keep pace with the changes happening all around us. We need to transform our current approaches in effective, repeatable, and safe strategies for the future by taking advantage of tools we and our employees rely on every day. Our HR technology. A sustainable solution built on unified human capital management software will help you operationalize business continuity processes and automate manual administrative tasks. This will let you more quickly and strategically respond to what's important, the safety and well-being of your employees. Our world can change so quickly. We have a whole new vocabulary today than we had just a few short months ago. Social distancing, contact tracking, PPE. These are just a few of the terms we never would have thought about before COVID-19. And they require more than just definitions. They require clear processes embedded in our HCM systems so we can easily set policies and direct activities around them. Managing today's complexities for HR relies heavily on the ability to implement repeatable technology-based processes that prevent the same issues from being addressed whenever our current environment experiences a significant switch. During our time together today, we will talk about the steps you can take in your HM system to keep frontline employees safe on site, help remote employees stay connected and productive, and support both your business processes and your entire team. Measuring unprecedented disruption, recent data from Gallup demonstrates the rapid acceleration of the number of employees deeply affected by COVID-19. Here's what happened between the middle and the end of March 2020. 40% of US employees said their organization froze hiring. That's up from 33%. 33% of US employees said their organization reduced hours or shifts available. That's up from 27%. The number of remote employees increased from 33% to 61% of the workforce. The number of parents working full-time and keeping children home from school went from 44% to 100%. And I know we are all feeling that. Keeping frontline employees safe on site. On-site positions such as grocery store clerks, production line workers, nurses, cashiers, and many others now face much greater risk just doing everyday work tasks. That pressure is immense, and organizations must do all they can to mentally and physically protect these frontline employees and give them motivation to push through the current crisis. HR technology can help us get creative about meeting these important employee needs. Workplace safety. HR technology can help your on-site teams by providing them with clear standards for workplace safety and options that minimize their physical risk during the course of their shifts, whether it's in the form of scheduling processes, alternative options for punching in and out, or health and safety reminders. Your HCM software has the power to make a positive impact across all your physical locations. Transparent methods of scheduling essential employees that maximize safety and offer mobile options are fundamental. You need scheduling processes that can help you track teams, mitigate exposure risk, and give employees visibility into when and where they're needed. With the right scheduling tools, you can identify essential employees by tracking the job requirements, skills, and certifications needed for different roles or shift types. This way, you can automate who should be assigned to what schedule area and communicate with them efficiently and effectively. Implement shift cohorts and work teams so the same employees consistently work together. In the event of exposure, this ensures that contact has been minimized to a small group. Easily identify groups that can be put on leave to protect the rest of the teams. Utilize mobile shift options so employees can claim shifts right from their mobile device via text. Shift options can be restricted to reflect the specific groups of employees you want teamed together. This provides schedule transparency while maintaining social distancing protocols. It also gives employees flexible options for claiming or swapping shifts so they can maintain work-life balance even when resources are stretched thin. Productivity engagement. Beyond the logistical issues that come with social distancing, PPE, and minimizing physical risk for employees, you also have to think about how to keep employees on task and engaged in their work, even through heightened worry and stress. Many of us now have to do more with fewer resources to maintain business continuity. This means we need clarity on which tasks are most important, how we can maximize employees' productivity, and above all, how we must continue building employee experience that recognizes the contributions being made and motivates employees to persevere and succeed. The right HR technology will offer you a host of tools that take away stress and administrative hassle for your employees so they do meaningful work and positively impact your company's business goals. For examples, activity tracking leads to informed decision-making in times of crisis. It's imperative that businesses have a pulse on what cost, resources, and supply chain elements go into delivering their products and services. By using activity tracking data for specific tasks, you can make objective decisions that place your top performers in roles where they can make the biggest impact. Communications and notifications build trust and transparency. Communications and notifications via text, email, or mobile alert deliver information the channels employees most use. They can be used to confirm schedules, approve time off or hours worked, broadcast the latest safety information, government recommendations, and deliver culture-based communications to create that sense of community or lighten the mood. Automated workflows for management lead to greater efficiencies. Flexibility and streamlined task delegations are crucial when you have to adjust to a rapidly changing work environment. HCM systems can help by automating common managerial processes and workflows. This keeps frontline employees on track and supports managers by ensuring they won't return to a mountain of administrative tasks in current circumstances, force them to be away from the workplace for some time. And I'm sure that's happened to some of you. This has been a crazy 2020. Psychological safety. Ensuring mental health being during a time of crisis is just as important as ensuring physical safety. And your HR technology can help you make a substantial impact here. Particularly on-site working situations, it's easy for stress and anxiety to quickly build to unhealthy levels for your employees. Finding methods for sharing mental health resources, providing access to your organization's support structure, and fostering a strong sense of financial security are all crucial to reducing the traumatic impact of a crisis and keeping teams healthy. Companies want to keep finance stress to a minimum. Financial stress adds a whole other layer of pressure for employees. With uncertainty swirling around them, having a reliable paycheck is paramount. Giving them as much confidence as possible that they'll be paid on time and correctly will go a long way toward improving mental health and general well-being. Your HR technology has diverse options you can use to make sure this happens. Make direct deposit easily accessible to employees so they can set up electronic transfers of their paychecks to one or more accounts and access funds more quickly. Building awareness around direct deposit options and helping as many employees adopt them as possible also has a twofold business benefit. It removes the chance for errors and loss that comes with paper checks and reduces check printing costs. Also, you can provide same-day pay options so employees can have earlier access to the money they make if needed. Same-day pay solutions should be able to integrate seamlessly into your core HCM platform, link up with any payrolls and deductions and etc. that you maintain there, and provide a safer option for employees to quickly access their earnings. Having a service like this in place can make a big difference for employees, especially when there's a heightened risk of unexpected medical costs. Make pay cards available as an alternative to paychecks for hourly frontline employees, especially in businesses where many don't have access to traditional bank accounts or electronic pay options. These cards can provide your employees with flexibility and increase their feeling of financial security. Put your employees' financial fears to rest with electronic pay statement access that's viewable on any device. With this information, your employees can be sure they've received what they've earned and all that their money is ending up in the correct place. Understanding inconsistencies from day to day, key predictors of employee well-being. The amount of data we collect is overwhelming, but when looked at through the right lens, it can shed light on the workplace in an entirely new way. For example, people analytics in your HR technology can give you a jump on employee behavior trends that might be out of the ordinary. This gives you and your managers the opportunity to have proactive conversations with your employees, understand what's going on, reassure them that they're your top priority. Use your people data to help you proactively uncover risk for burnout of team members, who's most likely getting fatigued or overtaxed, whose level of engagements are trending up or down, where incidents may occur, and when differences or marked changes occur in employee behavior. While a little comical, it is true that we are seeing unprecedented shifts right now to even more digital tools, work capabilities, and remote workers than we ever could have imagined a year ago. And it's largely been driven by the current environment. So who's leading the digital transformation of your company? It's probably COVID-19. Use mobile devices to your advantage. The newer generation of employees, especially those who have had smartphones and tablets throughout their childhood, come to work with the expectation of finding consumer-grade tools. With mobile access to an HCM solution, employees are empowered to locate HR resources for company benefits and government support, submit forms for leave cases and other critical life events, access employee assistant programs or link to public mental health resources, and monitor their hours worked and view their options for time off. Ensuring physical safety can be enhanced with mobile capabilities and additional low-risk options for clocking in and out, and delivering key workplace safety reminders in places employees access every day. Here are some steps that you can take to boost risk prevention and identification. Leverage your mobile devices to collect time. Mobile punching gives employees the ability to clock in and out directly from their own mobile device, allowing them to maintain social distancing and minimize the exposure to others that can be associated with lining up at a time clock. With geofencing, you can also limit where employees punch in and out, minimizing errors and time fraud risk. Consider alternative forms of clocking in. Facial recognition is embedded in some of the newer time clock devices, removing the need for physical interaction and limiting the risk of exposure, even if employees still need to punch in and out from a central clock location. Communicate at the time clock. Important communications can be delivered directly to the time clock to remind employees of safety standards. Be creative using time data to protect employees. If an employee contracts an illness like COVID-19, contact trace processes and reports can use time data to quickly help track employees who may have had exposure. This will allow you to take decisive action and notify those who may have had contact, institute quarantine protocols as needed, and protect your non-contacted employees. Help remote employees stay connected and productive. Some of you may still have remote employees. I know here at Workforce Go, I'm a remote employee as well. So this is a very important topic that comes up every day in my conversations. With remote employees, where everyone is separated in their own homes, it's essential to communicate effectively at all levels and keep employees feeling connected through development and recognition. It's also important to help them maintain work-life balance while adapting to situations like caring for family members in the home environment. These are all priorities that HR technology excels in facilitating. Regular communication for those employees working remotely is often the only link remote employees have to what's going on in your organization and how it relates to them and the tasks they're performing. Providing high levels of communication and access can help them feel in control and make them more likely to communicate back to you about their ongoing needs. 85% of employees said they are most motivated when management and leadership offer regular updates on company news. However, 71% of employees believe their leaders do not spend enough time communicating goals and plans. This is one of the causes for miscommunication and low employee engagement in the workplace. Think of your HCM solution as your communication hub. In-app communication, push notifications, text alerts, emails, and other forms of communications can all flow from the central HCM system to reach remote employees through the most effective channels. Use these tools to communicate as frequently as possible. Upping your communication frequency will help employees even if they're miles away from where they usually work. And remember, you don't need to wait for large events, such as changes in the shelter-in-place protocol in your state, to reach out to your remote employees. Foster a sense of connection by communicating about smaller things, such as checking in on how people are doing or sending a lighthearted message if that reflects your company culture. Provide updates that convey the continued efforts of your HR team. These might include the latest information from leadership meetings or building continuity planning sessions for the latest health and safety alerts and best practices. Just like your frontline employees, your remote employees need a robust network of employee self-service resources to help them track what matters to them. These should include access to benefit information, pay information, and HR forms, access to personal information, and the ability to make changes to checklists for new hires, links to any health or employee assistant related tools and materials. In a work from home setting, it can become easy for employees to get distracted from their career path and their contributions to broader business goals. This can lead to lower levels of productivity, less engagement, and higher risk of burnout or dissatisfaction. To counteract this, highlight development opportunities for your remote employees, prioritize conversations about their performance and career goals with the help of your HR technology. Recognize all they do for the organization. Ensure goals and objectives are still relevant. Use your HR system to look at performance trends and measure the progress of their remote employees against the goals they've been assigned. This can help you better understand how effective their adjustment to remote work has been. It will also give you and your managers the opportunity to proactively revise employee goals to fit their new circumstances or adjust aspects of remote work that might be holding them back. Recognize remote employees for their hard work and adaptability. Recognition is crucial for remote employees, as many may begin to feel invisible if they're not used to working in isolation or collaborating with teammates electronically. Your HR technology can facilitate various forms of recognition, including bonuses or compensation adjustments related to performance or critical tasks completed, sharing positive peer feedback after a big project is successfully completed, general communication of thanks and acknowledgement in public settings via team announcements, alerts, or group emails. Flexibility. In a remote workplace, especially when employees are dealing with competing personal and professional priorities, such as caring for children who currently can't attend school or daycare, you want to make sure your people have options for dividing their time. Allowing them flexibility during the remote workday will prevent burnout, help maintain work-life balance, and provide opportunities to contribute to your organization in new ways. Train managers to lead their teams with empathy. Flexibility often starts with managers. Assign them the proper trainings in your HCM system to ensure they know how best to respond to the employee's needs. This will prepare managers to effectively coordinate their now dispersed team members and give them a better sense of the options they can give employees who may need to shift their work hours or take personal time when they'd normally be completing tasks. Direct employee skills in new ways to fill gaps. Reskilling, upskilling, and talent sharing can play a big role in your remote employees too. Evaluate overlapping skills in this talent pool and crowdsource to fill gaps and keep necessary tools and tasks accomplished. Since remote employees can be more flexible about their work they're assigned to, or can take a diverse task in small chunks, it's possible you'll be able to assign them activities that may be outside their normal job description. Use technology to enable a flexible workday. Perhaps what's most important for remote employees is tracking their time in a way that allows them to effectively balance their days. This can be done through timesheets you have them fill out in your system, which can be adjusted to reflect a wider array of time blocks, or through the HR policies you set up. Find a way for employees to meet expectations without necessarily having to follow the 9-to-5 framework they did when they were in the office. Of course, in the flurry to accommodate the needs and protect the physical and mental well-being of your on-site and remote employees, you shouldn't lose sight of your own needs and those of your HR team, or stop focusing on broader business strategies. HR technology can help you keep your eyes on ever-shifting regulations and compliance standards that affect your organization, build on and refine processes that work in this new normal, and put structure in place that ensure employees' well-being on policy levels. In this section, we'll discuss compliance, process improvement, and employee well-being. Let's face it, even before the current environment we're in, keeping up with the local, state, federal, and industry regulations that constantly shift the rules HR has to follow was an endless battle that has only accelerated now with introduction of things such as Family First Coronavirus Response Act and the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. A strong HCM system should be able to follow relevant rules without any input from you on a day-to-day basis, receiving regular updates across several key areas to reflect new changes and reduce your risk of compliance penalties. If you take advantage of grants to cover reimbursable emergency costs, track how you spend the money by logging assets such as PPE in your HCM system to reduce the risk of misspent funds. Crisis management is just as much about learning from an experience as it is about getting through it. You can take the new processes you implement to deal with your current situation, expand those out to be more broadly applicable for the future. HR technology helps you do this in a streamlined, efficient manner as detailed below. Know where your assets are. Asset management is crucial for tracking all the workplace safety tools you provide, such as PPE, and any work devices and home office setup components for remote employees. Knowing where your equipment is gives you a better understanding of who will still need assets. Easily track employees' milestones. You want to make sure the kinds of disaster preparedness, crisis management, and crisis communication training efforts you institute in the thick of this current situation are repeatable. That means you'll need to understand which employees have met any readiness requirements you've established and who may still need further education. Use your HR technology to make this a reality by defining and tracking specific certification, training completions, to-do items, and checklists in one location. This will give you easy visibility into how aware your organization is of safety standards, let you assign proper next steps for the team members, and even incorporate these new development tracks into your onboarding process to prepare new and future employees up front. Automate tasks to free up your focus. The HCM system is like a connecting thread across your entire employee lifecycle. It makes it simple to automatically flow from task to task in order to meet the needs of employees during impactful moments like a large-scale crisis. As an HR professional that empowers you to adapt to changing situations and strategically shift your focus. For example, wouldn't it be much easier if your processes were already connected in digital so that you could adapt your recruiting and onboarding strategies to remote recruiting and onboarding, reduce or accelerate recruiting volume, make onboarding policies that align with new compliance standards, such as receiving I-9s and doing employment verification remotely for new hires? HR technology makes all of this possible. Use schedule forecasting for strategic staffing. HR prefers to focus on people, not budgets. But in this current crisis situation, the reality is we have to make some hard choices around things like when we can staff and which employees we can use. Like the broader people analytics capabilities embedded in a unified HCM system, the schedule forecasting options that support on-site employees can be a major benefit. These processes can adapt to the changing volumes of work and help you see who you'll need when and the maximum capacity you can currently handle. This will help you be strategic with the resources you have available, keep as many people employed as you can, and anticipate when to ramp back up to full volume quickly. Finally, let's take some time to focus on the area that matters most to HR professionals, both on an individual and an organizational level. Caring and supporting for the people who power your organization. There are some broader policy level strategies that your HR technology can facilitate here. Use analytics to create your better awareness, identifying things such as burnout, fatigue, flight risk, and other key issues using people analytic trends can have a broader strategic use than just arming managers with tools. They need to proactive conversations with employees. By comparing these trends against the general state of your organization, you can identify which areas present ongoing systematic issues, or conversely, which areas are moving in the right direction. Use your HR technology to build a case of organization-wide standards, policies, and initiatives that will really make a positive impact. Consider whether your current absence policy needs to be changed. Logistical gymnastics come with the territory during COVID-19, especially in the area of absent management. There are different types of time off time off that you haven't considered before that may be worth formalizing, such as mental health days, days off to support sick family members, or additional bereavement time should it become necessary. If you've uncovered some new areas of employee need, your HCM system can help reflect those more permanently and automate the accruals and balancing needs to keep these accurate in your organization. Put employees' resources front and center. This crisis has highlighted a major area to reflect on at the wider HR level: how your organization approaches mental health and employee assistance. Can you answer the following questions? Do you have the right mix of benefits in place to address your employees' needs? Have you connected with low-cost or free resources that may help even if you don't have a formal employee assistance program? Do you have a clear protocol for automatically communicating around these resources? If you want to make some employee support resources you put in place during our current situation stick, an HCM system can help in a big way. It can connect with third-party services for such things as mental health support, automatically make deductions that might be needed for employees to opt into. If your resources are more informational, your system can also add links and alerts into communications or display for easy employee access. Take a deeper look at your payroll practices. You already know how important it is to keep payroll on track during any situation, especially in terms of quickly delivering pay to employees. But are those some broader policies you can implement based on changes you've made? How can your compensation models be updated to more broadly reflect the kinds of recognition and assistance you're giving? Does it make sense to add some same-day pay or direct deposit options permanently? If your payroll crisis management has revealed gaps in-house, you may want to consider enlisting payroll service options attached to your HCM system to lighten the load and make improvements. Payroll services can also take on some worry about keeping up with the latest compliance standards off your shoulders. During hard times, we learn lessons we can take to the future. At its very essence, HR is a role defined by hopefulness. It's about seeing the best in people we work with, helping to get them through hardship and putting the right policies in place to protect them. We must provide the structure for them to thrive in our workplace and establish the organizational goals we've set for them. To give employees hope, Become an expert on what hope is. Hopeful people don't waste time wishing. They actively invest in the future. They have an unshakable belief that the future will be better than the present, and they devise plans and work to make it so. The power to make the future better is not magical. It comes from having multiple strategies for making your business better and from being persistent in your efforts. We don't dole it out like praise. You model hope and create the conditions others need to be hopeful. This is why HR is so well positioned, not only to excel in leading through a crisis, but also to take important learnings away from these situations. In this way, when we all start to pick up the pieces, we build something stronger based on what we've been through. We sincerely thank the HR teams that are giving their all to help both on-site and remote employees navigate their way through and out of these uncertain times. And we, the HR technology we provide, are here to help in the ways we've discussed and beyond. Where do we fit? Workforce Go HCM is offering a complete human resource management, all in one single solution. Automate administrative processes to more efficiently manage the moments that matter, like hiring, onboarding, benefit administration, and performance. Engage with employees, control costs, and reduce compliance risk. With the challenge of attracting and retaining quality talent today, human resource professionals need an integrated set of tools for managing and nurturing the organization's most valuable advantage, from pre-hire to retire. While most HCM systems today have pieced together HR, payroll, talent, and workforce management components to create the illusion of one system, the Workforce Go HCM offers a common platform for end-to-end HCM with recruiting, onboarding, core HR, training, development, benefits, performance management, compensation, time and attendance, scheduling, labor activities, absent management, payroll, and labor analytics. This is giving you a single version of the truth, will help you eliminate duplicate entry, data inconsistencies, and risk of non-compliance. It will help reduce the reporting complexities, all with real-time configurable dashboards. Workforce Go HCM solution embraces your entire workforce, salary or hourly, where no employee is left behind, delivering end-to-end employee lifecycle management while empowering every employee with self-service tools. These are the different modules to build on the unified platform. What's nice about this solution is you can pick and choose what you want to build out today and what you may want to build out down the road. It's all there. It's a matter of turning it on and building it out when you need it. So this pictorial is showing the different areas of the system, and just keep in mind that it's actually already all there, but you guys choose what areas are most important to build out now and possibly grow with you and build out later. So this solution is getting rid of disparate solutions. It's putting everything in one place. This solution also has a responsive design that empowers people to get things done in the fewest steps possible. Perhaps applying for jobs, enrolling in benefits, managing time, updating schedules, paycheck information, and much, much more. Anywhere from any device. You can see the mobile device is phenomenal. It actually mirrors the portal itself. So all of your employees that have the smartphone in their pocket, the look and feel is exactly the same. These are great pictorials of the mobile app. So it's up to you if you want to set security rights around what they can see or do within the mobile app. This system allows you to work smarter with an intuitive user experience that facilitates smart decision-making through easy access to data visualization, quick routes to common actions, and predictive analytic solutions that let you proactively address workforce trends. It does work in a modern cloud, which gives you that unified experience in real time. This pictorial shows a great sample of a workflow in the middle. You can design a workflow for your processes so the system is managing the next step, not you. With the HCM solution, gives organization access to the complete picture of their workforce from pre-hire to retire. Our unified cloud platform enables this level of experience, providing a single, flexible, trusted source for all workforce data. And lastly, I just want to mention some of our extended solution offerings. This is some different partners of ours that are integrated with the solution. With the challenges of attracting and retaining quality talent today, human resource professionals need to integrate a set of tools for managing and nurturing their organization's most valuable advantage. So again, these are, if you're looking to get help with WOTC credits, if you're looking and need labor law poster services, also for those organizations that are wanting to start a 401k or maybe change your 401k provider, as well as giving you options into additional HR resources. Perhaps you're looking for job descriptions or templates, things like that. And then also maybe you're looking for COBRA administration or FSAs, HSAs, HRAs. And then also the pay access tool. I mentioned today earlier about giving that option of getting the funds to your employees quicker. This is an option. It's a great benefit to the employer, no cost to the employer. It allows the employee to download a mobile app that's integrated with our solution, and they can go in and access up to 50% of their already earned income. So again, we know in today's times that people are needing their funds sooner and quicker, whether it's a broken automobile or medical bills that need to be paid right away. These are tools that you can offer your employees. I hope this has been insightful, thought-provoking webinar. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you again for your time today. Melissa?
Thanks, Joani. We will open it up for questions. I don't have any just yet, but if you do have a question, you can submit it in the Q&A box on your control panel. So we'll wait and see if we get any. If not, if you think of any later, please let us know. We can put you in touch with Joani. All right. I don't see any questions coming in, so I'm going to wrap it up for today. I want to thank Joani with Workforce Go for joining us, and thank you all for your time today. Like I said, if you have questions or want to learn more about Workforce Go, please let us know. We will be following up with you, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Joani.
Thank you. Have a great day.